Well, forgive us if you've heard us say this before, but it was another headline-filled week in the world of Georgia politics. Let's try to make some sense of it all with my good friend, 11Alive's Zach Merchant, co-host of the Georgia Vote. Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Chesley, it's always good to be here.
All right, let's get right to it. A prominent conservative finally revealed her plans to enter, whether or not she was going to enter the governor's race. Where do things stand now?
Yeah, we're talking about a very prominent, well-known, nationally known conservative Georgia Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene. There has been a lot of speculation about whether she's going to jump into this 2026 Georgia governor's race that is already, in many ways, off to the races. She said earlier this week she's not going to join it. Earlier this week in a social media post, she said she is not running for governor.
Did she say why she's not going to run?
She did, and she said a lot about it as well. And in some ways, it's similar to her announcement earlier this year when she announced in another big, long social media post, many paragraphs, that she wasn't running for Senate. Likewise, this time this week, she said she's not running for governor. In that post, she had a lot of really tough words for the way she views, at least, Republican politics in Georgia. I want to read you just one little snippet of it. She talked about Georgia politics being long controlled by, this is the quote, the good old boy system and the very established men-only Republican firm. Tough words for Republican politics. We should point out too, she never mentioned anybody or any organization by name explicitly. We did reach out to the Georgia GOP. In a response, they said in part that Marjorie Taylor Greene's statement speaks for itself and they appreciate her work in Congress.
She never really went in on what she meant by that. So
it was never explicitly calling out an individual by name person or organization. It was a little opaque, but the general sense was that she was pretty frustrated with at least the way she sees the state politics and kind of Republican system working.
Got it. So you have a different prominent conservative entering a big race, right?
Yeah, another member of Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is not running. Congressman Mike Collins says he is running, and he is running for Senate, and that could really shake up this Senate field. I know it can feel like the election day is a really long way away in November of 2026, so like a year and a half from now, but this field is starting to, you don't want to say get totally filled out here, but you'd expect sort of some solidification at this point in the cycle. Mike Collins is jumping in, and it could be setting up a little bit of tension between President Donald Trump and Governor Brian Kemp, because as we've reported, Governor Kemp has said he intends to support the candidacy, soon to be announced, we understand, of former Tennessee football coach Derek Dooley.
Okay. Well, where does the rest of the field stand?
The rest of the field on the Senate side, you know, on the Democratic side, of course, incumbent Senator Jon Ossoff. He's the incumbent. The real race, the real action before the general is going to be on the Republican primary side here. So you've got Mike Collins, he's in the race. Congressman Buddy Carter, he is in the race. And we understand that that former football coach, Derek Dooley, he's going to get into this race as well. The reason I say that there could be a little bit of tension between the president and the governor, we don't know. We don't know how these conversations are happening, but it could happen. President Donald Trump has been very close with Congressman Collins. Congressman Collins appeared at lots of President Trump's campaign rallies through the 2024 cycle. He's an outspoken sort of standard bearer of the, you might call the MAGA wing of the Republican Party. Governor Kemp is putting his weight, his substantial political power behind somebody else. You could see a little bit of a dipolar dynamic coming out here in Georgia politics.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting hot. It's getting hot.
It is. It's not just the weather either.
That's absolutely right. So, yeah, you're going to have to come on back here, man. We got to talk more about it. We're running out of time right now. But Zach Merchant, thanks so much. Really appreciate your insight on all this.
Thanks, Chesley.
All right, you can watch the Georgia Vote with Zach and Faith Jesse Sunday mornings, 11 o'clock, right here on 11 Live Plus.